Hey guys, how you doing? Ray here again. If you'd like to subscribe, it's Nitro Kyosho. If you want to follow me on Facebook, the community page, Nitro Kyosho, all one word, brings you there. Well, I'm back doing some videos, guys. I'm doing basically subscribers' requests. There are some new people getting into the hobby, and I'm grateful for that because recently, in the last year or so, the hobby is kind of taking a hit with the drones and the quads and all that, and a lot of guys have stepped away from helicopters, but there's always a cycle of new people getting back in, and that's a good thing. And one big question that I get asked a lot, and recently from some new pilots getting in, is they say, well, Ray, I go out and I have a crash, and then I come home and I want to fix my helicopter. I go on to order something, and there's always that one part that I go to order that they're out of stock. And then I got to wait, or I got to look for another hobby shop to get it from. Well, there's a simple solution for that, guys. It's kind of a hard question because when these things spiral out of the sky, it's like rolling the dice, and you don't know what's going to happen to them. But from my experience, there are some basic parts you should have on hand if you plan on sticking with the hobby and you don't mind spending a little money up front. Now obviously you can't buy everything because that would be ridiculous, but there are some certain things and some characteristics of helicopters, some being different with the Goblins, some being different with a line, but I'm going to talk to you about some stuff that you should have on hand if you don't mind spending a little bit of money to have this stuff. So first thing you should always have on hand, guys, is a set of main blades, okay? Because a lot of times when it comes out of the air, it's going to hit a blade, it could damage a blade, crack a blade, destroy a blade. So that's something that you're always going to basically need at some point or another. The main shaft is another biggie. They tend to bend even if they get a slight bend in them. You got to change them. The feathering shaft, which runs through the head block here and connects the blades here, the blade grips, that is another one that can, Align stuff is very strong, but if you hit something hard enough and you just get that little bit of a bend, it's going to cause you problems. So, you're going to have to change it out. The struts here, they can break. It's not a bad idea to have an extra set. They're cheap to buy, and the pipes too can bend on you in a bad crash. Tail booms, a lot of times these are cheap to buy. You can get two of them for like I think $17, which is very cheap. Those can bend, and if you have a very bad bend or break, you might want to have also what I have on hand is a torque tube which runs inside here and drives the tail. Not a bad thing to have. And sometimes you can break the struts. One of the struts might crack or break on you, and even just having some of the guides on hand sometimes can break in a bad crash too. Is not a bad idea to have. But main blades, main shaft, feathering shaft, skids, the pipes, the boom, the torque tube that runs inside it. That's what I personally keep on hand, guys. You're probably saying, well, why didn't you mention the canopy, Ray? Well, because the canopy is optional, guys. You can fly without a canopy if there's a canopy was out of stock, So that's really an option because that's like an $83 item, and it's what I call a non-essential. Okay, you could still go out and have fun with the helicopter without the canopy on it. So as far as my experience with these, that's some of the stuff I would have. The servos rarely will strip on these helicopters. They're great servos. Most of the time when the blades strike or hit these, all the links generally will pop off, saving your servos. Tail blades is an option too. I mean, generally on these bigger helicopters, the main blades are hitting before anything. But those are some of the things, guys, that I would recommend definitely to have on hand. and that really, you know, in my opinion, I mean, unless you want to stock everything for the helicopter, that's an option too if you have the money. But just having some of those basic things on hand is not a bad idea. Thanks for watching.